Hello, and welcome back to Go See the World podcast. I'm Aubrey O'Hare from Sailing the Lone Star, and this is...
I'm Jordan, and here we are.
Yeah, so today we were thinking about filling you guys in on our little trip with Sailing Doodles in Greece. Jordan says, what are we going to talk about? And I said, I never know.
All I knew was we were going to talk about it, and so I thought I'd put on the swimsuit uniform.
Perfect. Sailing boobles. I'm sorry, Bobby.
We can't help ourselves.
No, so Bobby and I have been friends for a long time. I'd say right when he started, he reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to go to Burning Man. And I was like, who is this guy? I was actually just hooked up with the sailing channel, Sophisticated Lady. And Rick Moore had asked me to come out and do a collab with him. And I was a young channel and I might have had like maybe 30,000 subscribers. And Rick maybe 100. And he invited me out and we did this sailing adventure. And right before I was about to leave, Bobby called me and asked me if I wanted to go to Burning Man. So it was a conflict in scheduling. But Bobby and I have been friends for quite a while and we've been talking about doing a collaboration for years. So when Jordan and I were out and about looking for catamarans in South Africa, it just made sense that we, swing by Greece on the way home and meet Bobby. So what were your first impressions of Bobby?
My first impressions of Bobby. He was nice. He was also a little obviously jet-lagged. To be fair, he was a real sport because he showed up after who knows how long of travel and hopped in a cab with a bunch of ladies and a baby and then got into a boat with us immediately. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of his MO though, is to get into a boat with strange ladies around the world. I mean, he's been doing that for years. That's the theme.
He's a trooper. I mean, we were just watching a video the other night.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let me pull this video up, Bobby. Okay. Let's see. Sailing Doodles. He is in Bora Bora in this last video. And he is with this goth-looking chick. And I got to tell you, her black hair and black lipstick is such a beautiful contrast with the blue water. It's so striking. I really actually loved the thumbnails for that. If you haven't checked out Bobby, go over to Sailing Doodles on YouTube and check him out. Yeah, this is Sailing French Polynesia, new crew, new boat, new paradise. Go Bobby.
It's kind of though.
Okay, I got to talk about this though. How is he getting so many videos out? I mean, we watched him. He was just like, he would like sleep, have a beer, and then just like pound out a video and a podcast. And he's got Sailing Doodles, Glamping Doodles, Flying Doodles, Doodles Podcast. He is just a workhorse, which really inspired me. But, I think he looks a little bit burnt out. He sounded a little burnt out.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, you look at some of his videos and he looks like disheveled, burnt out Bobby Barbie.
I actually really like this
it.
rugged look on him. It's kind of sexy.
I'm here for it.
You're doing it, Bobby.
You're nailing disheveled.
I just like every time I watch these videos with these girls, I'm just like, what is going on in the behind the scenes? Like, where did you meet them?
Yes.
How well do you know them? What are your thoughts, feelings, and emotions around like what this interaction is like? And he never shares, which is part of the mystery of the channel.
Really
I think for me, I'm just like, ooh.
It leaves you with more questions than answers type situation. And I like that. You know what? It keeps the people coming back.
He's really just nailing this algorithm though. I mean,
God, I know. Look at those. That's great.
Yeah, I'm looking at these thumbnails right now and it's this bright yellow against blue water. It's him and he's like your everyday guy's guy. Oh, look, there's me. Everyday guy's guy. And then he's with these like babes. So
if you are looking for YouTube inspiration, like you're growing a channel, you got to take a lesson from him because it was watching him while we were in Greece for a week. Was inspiring. It was kind of daunting. It was like, no wonder. Wow, you work a bunch, but you're doing a good job.
He's a hustler.
He's a hustler. He's got it figured out, and I think that he has figured out how to really make that rhythm, like work that rhythm.
Yeah, and I do knowing Bobby and, having some pretty intimate conversations with him, I do think that he's getting to a point in his life where he wants kids, and he's sort of tired of not being in like full alignment with the women that he's spending time with. I mean, they're a lot younger, and that's not to say that you can't have a relationship that works out with a big age gap, but it does pose its challenges. Trust me, I know.
I was just going to say, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, my last two serious boyfriends and relationships were 10 years younger than me. And for as fun as that is and how much energy and, there's this like vivacious way about them, there's also, you miss each other on a lot of points, emotionally, sometimes intellectually, and
movie references.
Exactly.
It's the important stuff.
Yeah, there's a lack of ease in a lot of ways. I mean, it makes up in other parts. I don't have any criticism about it, but it's definitely different than dating somebody your own age. And I do think that Bobby's feeling that. And so he and I had a conversation, and, I'm like fresh off of a breakup with my daughter's father. I mean, I don't know if you want to call it fresh. It's been a year. Yeah. Right. But, it's fresh enough for me. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm going to continue sailing. And, he's like, well, don't you think that we're a lot alike? And I'm like, yeah, I do think we're equally yoked. He's like, well, why don't we see how we get along? So this trip in Greece was kind of like, let's see how we get along. And it was great for YouTube because we have our two channels. I've got 270,000 subscribers. And what are you up to now, Bobby? Like 700 something? 724.
Well done, sir. Well done.
And also, just sidebar, 1,100 videos. What?
Wait, what?
Yes, right there. 1,001. I think I have like 250 videos.
No, you have 300 because I went through them recently.
So I have 300 videos. He has 1,000. I mean, I have 1,300 videos over on The Daily Show, which is my private daily vlog. And I call it private because I just film and I don't edit it. I just slam it together and it just is what it is. And so it's pretty raw. But I know what it takes to put that many videos together. And the caliber of editing is a little bit higher on YouTube, I have to say.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of work. So anyways, circling back, we talked about like what that would look like. Like, could we date? Like, how would we have two channels? Like, would I give up my channel, or obviously would we run them side by side? And so it was this interesting conversation. It was more theoretical than anything else, but it was really interesting, kind of tense. I took chaperones because what I've learned is that I don't want to jump into any new relationship sexually or emotionally without spending a lot of time with someone.
Yeah.
So that has been the lesson that I've learned. And Bobby was jet lagged, and I, am sensitive coming off a breakup, and I just really was not ready to be entertaining dating somebody new. But we had such an amazing time. And, towards the end of the trip, I felt like a lot more warm than I ever have, like towards Bobby and the whole idea of it. Cause he's cute. He's cute in his own cute way. He's
cute in his own way.
He's grouchy. Sure. He's a little grouchy. And you guys know that this is no surprise for those of you that watch him.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a beautiful day. He's like, yeah, it might rain. I'm just like, come on, Bobby.
We're a bunch of like joy beans over here. We're like, wow, it's beautiful out. Look at the sun and the sky's so blue.
Put on your sunscreen. He's funny like that. And it's kind of what the draw is to him, I think, a little bit on his channel, is that he's like enjoying these really beautiful places, but he's unfazed. He's not really like, wow, look how incredible this is. And aren't you enjoying? He's like, wah wah. And I think that's like kind of part of his shtick, you know?
Yes.
So.
I saw one of his comments the other day from somebody that was like, would this even be a Sailing Doodles video if he wasn't complaining about prices?
I know. He's a riot. So
I like it.
I did a lot of like riffs for the thumbnails and the titles and things like, will I ever date again? Is it going to work out? Like, and
Sailing Miss Doodles was my most favorite unhinged thumbnail of all times.
We laughed so hard. Like, I almost peed my pants when we made that thumbnail. So it was like late night. We're feeling giggly. I'm just over it. Like, what really happened and like what we set out to do, which was like get to know each other and do this collab. was kind of different than the way I filmed it. I think I was like a little bit nervous because we had talked about like how well, like what a great couple we would make. And then I just wasn't really like prepared to explore that. I was just too fresh off of a relationship. I've got a little girl, like, I'm just not ready for that. And so I didn't really talk about it. So the titles and thumbnails and things kind of didn't really.
Well, and everybody in the comments, there was a bunch of comments, obviously, but there was there was a lot of comments about like, you guys would be perfect for each other.
Which is funny because that was a conversation that we had. And I don't
So
disagree. But there's that like it factor. I don't know if you want to call it it factor. There's that like the juice, the sauce, the
feels,
the
vibe.
feels, the chemistry. I guess that's the word that people use, is chemistry that people have. And it's this thing that doesn't really have a great way to describe it, but you really have to see if you have that with someone. And if it looks good on paper, it also has to have that other factor. And you don't really know that until you sleep with somebody.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This is also like just the downside of online dating. Like,
yeah.
Commonality does not equal like charisma in a relationship. There's a word I'm looking for, but like we can all have commonality on paper and like via text and communications, but it does not it's not the chemistry.
Yeah.
Commonality does not equal chemistry is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I've been on one, maybe two online dates and then like immediately deleted the app. And not because it was a bad date, but just because I felt like there was too many options out there and I really wanted things to be organic. I met this one guy, it was after Searle, and he was really handsome. He was tall, and usually I don't go for tall guys. I kind of prefer like a little bit shorter guys because all my brothers and my dad are really tall. It's very familial for me. So I like 5'11", maybe 6 feet tall. Anyway, this guy was super tall, and he looked interesting. He was from like Croatia or something. I don't know. But anyways, I meet him and he just was super nervous, and I just didn't really feel like I was clicking with him. But I felt bad, like I wasn't gonna just like, I don't know, be like, yes, no, thank you, bye. So we got coffee, we talked, I was engaging, he was engaging, and he felt like the date went really well. And after the date, I was just like, I don't want another date. And he was like, you need to break this down for me because I can't have this happen again. I thought that this went so well and that we clicked so much, and like, what happened? Like, was it a text message? Do you not think I'm handsome? And he just like cornered me, and I was like, oh my God, like this is really intense. And so I just really got turned off from online dating. But so that's my online dating story.
I've lived that story so many times.
Really?
I've online dated a lot. I will go like in spurts. So it'll be like, I won't do it for years, and then I'll like sign on to 3 apps and I'll like harden the paint for a minute. And yeah, there's been a couple times where I've like showed up for something and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And nobody berates me at the end, but like it definitely will be a conversation, usually via text. I ended up having like something in the can kind of for a while.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
where it
it's
was
not you, it's me.
God, yeah, exactly.
That was a good one. I was like, we need to publish this.
I need to bring that one back.
Yeah.
It was
really good. But I'm like, this is too much responsibility. I always feel really bad making people feel bad. I don't know.
Feel good to make people feel bad.
No.
I hate making people feel bad.
And like, despite how unpopular it is to say that you're popular, but I was a popular girl in high school. I was a pretty girl, and it felt really bad to turn boys down that were not popular. It felt like it broke my heart, and it felt like they were expecting to be treated really poorly. And so I wanted to surprise them with treating them really nice and be like, yeah, let's go for a date, or yeah, sure, I'll be your Valentine. Let's go to the dance. And then I just end up in these situations that made me extremely uncomfortable. Like, I'm holding this boy's like sweaty hand while he like burns a hole in my temple, and I'm just not into him. And I'm like, like the price that I paid to be nice. And maybe that wasn't nice. Maybe it wasn't nice to go on a date with a boy that I wasn't interested in. But I don't know. I just have this like, what do you call it? It's like secondhand embarrassment, but it's like secondhand feel bad. Yeah. Like, I'm feeling their emotions so much that they're just like, man, I really hope it works out with this girl. She's, whatever they like about me. And I just wanted to make them feel okay and to like have, I don't know, just not be rejected. But in the end, they get rejected anyways. And so anyways, it's this whole like, I know that whoever's listening to this is going to
If you've made it this far into it.
Can I reel this back in? Can I unsay this? I was just telling Jordan, I was like, I don't want to edit these podcasts. I just want to like let them fly. And whatever comes out, and she's looking at me like out of the side of her eye. And I'm like, I know. So anyways, please don't judge me for that. It comes from a place of just being empathetic and loving, I think. And so that's why I can't online date, is because I don't want to make anyone feel bad.
Also oversaturation now. There's so many things. Also. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and maybe I'm just really good at marketing, because I like put myself up there and I like say all these cool things about myself, and then I'm like, wow, I gotta live up to that. I think everyone does that though.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just really out of touch. But so it was kind of like an online thing, or like a virtual thing, where Bobby and I got to know each other over the years, and then eventually we go and do this collaboration in Greece. Like, amazing first date, right? Well, I thought it was special until I saw him take this girl to Bora Bora.
Yeah, Bobby. Bora Bora, what? I guess, but you know what?
Okay,
Greece
so
was great. Greece was beautiful.
do we need to watch all these videos? I mean, I don't watch all your videos, Bobby. I'm sorry, I love you, but I don't watch all of them. But
There's too many. We don't have enough time.
1,100. Right. So how did you meet this girl, Bobby? Where did you meet her? I think a lot of people ask that. What?
Yeah, fill us in.
Yeah, fill us in. I think that.
Where are you finding the babes?
Where are you finding the babes?
Because
Tell
there's
us.
a lot of babes.
I know. I'm seeing like all of these beautiful faces. I see Lost Lauren on here a lot. She looks like a lot of fun.
She does. Lost
Yeah.
Lauren, if you want to come hang out with some ladies.
Would it be weird if we just brought Bobby's girls onto Sailing Miss Lone Star and took them sailing?
Yeah, can we have their numbers?
Yeah, hey. Yeah, so he has got this figured out, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first impressions of Bobby, jet lagged. Towards the end, super adorable.
Yeah, absolutely. And Greece was great. And I'm super thankful for it. It was a great way to ring in the last like 2 weeks of my 30s.
Yeah.
And I had never been to Greece. And the water lived up to the blue of the Mediterranean. Food was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Greece. I think that, a lot of people said we need to go to Mykonos. We're not big, I mean, I'll speak for you too, but we're not really big partiers.
I'm not
I want to go
into
hiking.
clubbing.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
go hiking. I want to like have maybe a couple good meals, but I really like cooking on the boat, and I like hiking, and I like all of the things that are nature. And we didn't end up going to Mykonos, but I think that that's for people that really want to.
There's a really
club scene.
vibey night life there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was not necessarily what we were looking for. I think that was kind of like the last hurrah of my drinking, even really. Not that I've quit drinking, but I don't
that
really
Tonga
drink.
party. I didn't go to that.
Oh, the toga party.
Toga,
Yeah. Shots from the ground.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
on. Is that on Sailing Miss Lone Star?
No, but that's on Sailing Doodles.
So go check out Sailing Doodles to see them wearing bed sheets.
The time we went to a toga party that was not a toga party.
Oh yeah, you guys wore togas, and like no one else was wearing a toga.
Bobby tricked us into that one. I still think that was all part of the plan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I stayed home, thank goodness. I have been really just soaking up new motherhood and just baby sniffing, and I'm really loving that and feel really fortunate to be able to do it again. But on trips like these, I don't end up going out. I stay in, and I'm sleeping by 8 p.m. and maybe that's boring, but I'm up at 5, so it's a full day. Yeah. So I think that I would really like to do another collab with Bobby. He kind of invited us to,
Is the invitation still on the table?
Bobby, to Thailand for when he gets his new boat. I know that he had kind of a tragic loss of his first 2 boats, because
First 2? I don't know.
well,
about
not the
second
first
one.
2. I guess there's been 2 that he has lost to like major damage. One was is it Naughty Dogs? His the one that he's auctioning off.
Oh.
There was a problem where I think his anchor chain paid out, and it caught in the prop and ruined the engine, and it was totaled. Then he sold it. Then he bought it back. He's had a whole really interesting story and boat journey, so definitely follow that. I think he did like a full-length feature on that on Podia. You can find that on his website. But now he's auctioning that boat off
Yeah, so it could be yours.
Yeah, or Jordan's.
Or mine, because
yeah.
it can't be yours. I'm going to win that vote.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw my hat in the. We'll tie these together and make them a catamaran. And we can meet Bobby and have a classic
It's going to be an unbalanced catamaran, just a couple feet bigger on one side.
You know what? No one's feet are the same size. One foot's always a little bigger than the other.
What?
Yeah. So Jordan has signed up to win that boat, and you can too. He's raffling it off. So go check out his website, sailingdoodles.com. But yeah, so he's going to be moving on to his new catamaran, which I don't know. Did he tell people that that's like kind of sponsored-ish? Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know. What?
Sorry, Bobby.
Everybody's business.
He's a pretty open guy, but they gave him a great deal on it, and
it looks like a beautiful boat.
Beautiful boat. So he's gonna go pick that up in Thailand, I believe, and I would love to go meet him over there. But we have our own boat to care for, and we're taking this girl through the Panama Canal. And yeah. Oh, so one more thing that I just really want to touch on is I Googled top best or the most enjoyable sailing YouTube channels, or what are the top sailing
most watched, or
no, just like the best YouTube channels.
Okay.
And Sailing with Lone Star wasn't on there. Right?
Rude.
And there's like a lot of other channels that are much smaller that have been doing it for not as long as me, and that hurt my feelings. But let's see here. Let's type in best sailing channels on YouTube. Who do we get? And it's going to be Royal Caribbean Charters.
Totally.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, the usual players. You've got Delos and you've got Love Vagabond, and they are there's Bobby.
Doodles.
Oh, no, that's top richest sailing channels on YouTube.
Oh.
And Sailing Uma. So, yeah, I actually know personally most of the sailing YouTube channels because we get together every year at the Annapolis Boat Show and have a giant party. And I haven't been in a year or two, but the last one I went to, they did an open bar for all of us. And everyone left their cameras at home, and we all just kind of looked at each other and we're like, let's get wild. And we were just there tying 1 or 2 or 7 on and exchanging sailing stories. The sponsors were there. We had a great time. Everyone really let their hair down without the cameras rolling.
I bet.
I mean, I learned things that I will not say here on this podcast, but yes. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, we've got Expedition Evans. I think they do a really good job. Gone with the Winds, obviously.
Yeah.
Voyage of Fathom. Oh, wow. Okay, so there are probably like 10,000 sailing channels now. When I started 10 years ago, 11 years ago almost, it was just 10 of us. I was one of 10, and that was really cool, which put me in the top 10.
Yeah.
So
that's how that works. That's math.
Yeah, that's math. 10 out of 10. So that is interesting. I find that it is really up to opinion, other than like if you were to line them out by subscribers. But even when you line them out by subscribers, I don't make it on the sailing channel list. And it's Sailing Miss Lone Star. I don't know. I'm like shadow banned or something from everyone loving me.
I think it'd be interesting to do like a deep dive on YouTube, like YouTubing, like what's making certain channels, the algorithms and things. I don't know. That's probably, I mean, there's whole channels devoted to that. So maybe
Yeah, I mean, there are, but like when you look up like a lot of small channels that talk about sailing channels, they're channels, YouTube channels about sailing channels, and they list like their favorite videos and what they like, and who's the best, who's upcoming, and I don't know. I just feel like it's just that one person's opinion. I don't really feel like there's a master list, but maybe there is, and we should find that master list of best sailing channels
need to talk to?
on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I've had some pretty not nice write-ups on some of these, and I think it's because of like thumbnails and whatnot. But something about thumbnails, and as we're talking about Bobby and about Sailing Miss Lone Star, you create these beautiful videos and you spend all of this time and all of this effort and all of this energy making these really great videos, and if no one watches them, it's kind of a bummer. And what you really need are these catchy thumbnails. And what's catchy is skin. And so there's this real fine line that you have to ride between being politically correct, making YouTube happy, community guidelines, and showing the perfect amount of skin because it's a sailing channel, so people watch it.
With the right, like, arrangement of words.
Yeah, it's like, it's got to be like, is it salacious? Is it dramatic? Is it uplifting? Is it, there's this whole science behind.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And I've gotten a lot of criticism from my thumbnails and from my titles and, also posting my daily show and private life, behind the scenes kind of stuff. And people have called me Sailing Miss Porn Star. And that,
it's catchy.
It's kind of catchy. Bobby and I have laughed because he's been called Sailing Boobles.
Perfect.
And so
match made on YouTube.
I know. I used to call him and just all upset. And I'm like, they said this about me. He's like, don't worry. They call me Sailing Boobles. And I think that, it's hard because you're putting things out there and you want people to watch and you don't want to take a cheap shot and, do this like very like scantily clad bikini shot, but you really want people to see what you made. And so, you have a lot of decisions to make around that. And I have definitely been crucified for that. And I think it's probably because I have been in a handful of relationships publicly and people also don't like that. That I haven't just ridden out a relationship that's not working. If you feel and hear a little animosity. No, it's fine. It's, I call it my commute to work, right? Like, there's always a price that you pay for what you get or what you do, and that's it.
The rub.
That's the rub. The comment section, public opinion is kind of my commute to work. And that's okay because I'm super, super thrilled to be living this lifestyle and to also be able to share it with you, have it documented, and have that be the way that we pay the bills. So that's pretty cool.
It's not too shabby.
No.
Well.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts about the sexy Bobby White on Sailing Doodles?
Sexy Bobby White. Just that inspired by his work ethic,
That was my number one takeaway. I'm like
just nailing it.
He's nailing it. And he's just like pumping out content. And so with that, I'm going to leave you and I'm going to go edit a YouTube video. Thank you so much for listening or for watching, and we will see you next time on Go See the World podcast.
All right.